Hey there everyone, it's Nina. Thanks for joining me today for another video. Recently I shared 4 different cards using Simon Says Stamp's June 2023 card kit, and I loved this kit so much. I told you I wanted to make more and share more ideas with you, so that's what I'm going to be doing today. And this time I have 5 more cards to inspire you with. Now, if you don't have the kit, or if the kit is sold out by the time you watch this video, you can also get all of the products that I'm using today over at the Simon Says Stamp store individually. So if you want to make these cards, be sure to check out the links below in the video description for all the products used. Let's jump on in. I have a Nina Desert Storm card base that I've made, and I've die cut some of Simon Says Stamp's matte gold cardstock with a thin frame. These are A2 sized frames from Simon Says Stamp. And I'm just using small dots of Simon Says Stamp Craft Tacky Glue to put some adhesive on the back side of that frame. This way I can adhere it down onto my project, and if there's any glue that squishes out the edges, I can just wipe that up with a rag. This frame looks so pretty, matting the beautiful ephemera pieces we're going to layer on top. So I've picked out some of the collage ephemera pieces from the Tim Holtz pack that you get in the kit, and I'm going to layer them up on top of this cream panel of cardstock. I'm using foam tape to attach that down so it has some dimension off of my card, and we're kind of making the look of almost like a picture frame here. We're matting things up and creating some really nice layers and depth. For the ephemera pieces, I did a mix of thin 3D foam squares and then regular dimension of foam tape to get some varying heights on these elements. I really love how these warm craft colors paired with the soft creams and ivories. I'm pulling out the Etched Greetings stamp set that's part of the kit, and we're going to stamp this greeting. I'm going to prep the surface of my black cardstock with a Simon Says Stamp powder tool and then use embossing ink to stamp that down onto the black cardstock. Now, because we're using softer colors, I didn't want to use white embossing powder because it would be a little bit more harsh, and I like the softness of Simon Says Stamp's cream embossing powder. It's a little bit less bright than white, and it has such a soft and elegant feel. It looks so good on top of this black cardstock against these beautiful florals. So I'm going to layer up my greeting right underneath the flower, and I'm letting the leaf of that flower layer over top to create some dimension. I added a few sequins here and there around this card. Now the sequin mix that I'm using here is from Lucy's Cards, and I don't believe it's available any longer, but if you find a mix of pinks, some soft greens, some gold, and maybe a splash of black, you could use similar sequins to create the same type of look, or use another color of sequins. So there's card number 1, simple but oh so elegant, and I love how that craft looks so pretty against the gold and the soft colors. Okay, we're moving on to another craft card. This is also an A2 size card, and because I'm making my own card base, I am scoring it and then burnishing the edge with a bone folder to give a really good crease. And we're going to decorate this with some foil. So I have a glue stick from Simon Says Stamp, and I'm just going to scribble a few lines of glue onto my paper. Then, using some of the deco foil that's in the kit, I'm going to press this into that glue. And I'm going to burnish it with my sleeve just to make sure I press it down really, really well. And then I'll peel it off to reveal some really cool foil effects on my paper. And I can go back in and layer up some more foil if I'd like to get a little bit more coverage. I want it to be organic. I don't want this entire piece to be covered with foil, so I'm really going to be sparing with the amount that I add. I'm going to layer up some of these ephemera pieces from the Tim Holtz collage layers, and we'll use foam tape to attach these down. I love how the gold is peeking out around these beautiful greens of the nest and the bird sitting on top. It's just so pretty. To continue that gold, I'm going to die cut the Simon Says Stamp Fancy Thanks die. I've die cut it from gold and also some ivory cardstock for the shadow layer. And I'm just going to layer that sentiment right on top of my ephemera pieces, which is going to ground everything really nicely. And to complete the card, I'm just using a few clear droplets here and there, which add a nice bit of sparkle. So here is card number 2. That hint of foil behind the ephemera pieces catches the light and makes this card so beautiful, and then ties really well with the greeting. Let's shake things up and make a shaker card. So I pulled out some of the pattern paper that's in the kit, and I've cut down some stamp packaging. This is just some plastic. You can use any type of plastic you want. You just want something that's going to easily fold. So I've cut this piece to be slightly larger than my piece of paper, And I'm going to cover the back side with some Terrific tape from Simon's Stamp. You want a tape that's going to hold the plastic well, and this one's really easy to work with. I removed the release paper on all 3 edges except for that 4th one, and I'm going to fold the plastic into the adhesive to form a little pocket. Any excess plastic you can go ahead and trim off around the edges. And now we're ready to fill this up with some sequins. You can see that's why we haven't closed that last edge, because that's where we're going to dump in our sequins. I'm using this really pretty lilac sparkle mix from Simon's Stamp. It has such beautiful colors in it. And once I've filled my shaker to my heart's content, then I can go ahead and remove that release paper for that 4th edge and fold the plastic up into it. So now all those sequins are trapped inside and we have a really beautiful shaker. So now I'm going to go ahead and attach this onto my card. I'm using foam tape to do that because I did want a little bit of dimension. And the card base that I'm using here is a cream card base. I thought that would pull in some of the warm colors in the flowers. So I'm going to shake this up and get those sequins moving. That looks so cool. And to finish off the card, I decided to keep it simple and just add a couple of greetings. So I used that fancy thanks sentiment once more, and I'm going to die cut it from not only the matte gold cardstock, but also a piece of cream as well that I can matte behind the matte gold cardstock, which will give this sentiment just a tad bit of dimension on top of my shaker. So I'll glue this straight down. I'm not going to use the shadow layer for this, and I'm going to put this right along the top area of the florals, making sure I don't cover them up. So now that I have my main greeting attached, I decided to add a secondary sentiment using one of the sentiment strips that's included in the kit. This is the Grateful set from CZ Design, and I'm just going to trim out this greeting that says, "You are such a blessing." So that'll go really nicely with my thanks, and I'll just put that along the bottom portion of my greeting. I'm going to trim off all of the excess around the edges, and then using a black marker, I'll cover up the white core of the paper, and that hides that white core so it looks like this has been stamped onto some black cardstock. I also am using black foam squares because those will hide really nicely behind the greeting. And I just trimmed them down to be nice and thin to fit behind the sentiment strip, and then that'll get adhered right underneath the word thanks and finish off the greeting. This card is so much fun. I love the edge-to-edge shaker effect, and those beautiful purple sequins went so well with that pattern paper. The beautiful thanks greeting sitting on top looks like it's floating, and it glows beautifully with that gold. I had fun with the pattern paper, so I really wanted to use another piece. This one is so beautiful with the butterflies and the florals, and I really liked the green color. I've picked out some ephemera pieces that I'm going to create a little collage of in the bottom right corner. I'm using foam squares. These are thin 3D foam squares to attach these down, which is really nice because if you wanted to mail your cards and you didn't want to worry about having to include extra postage, using the thin 3D foam squares is going to help you out there because you get the dimension without all the bulk. So I'm layering up my ephemera pieces, and I keep bringing that bird back in so that way I can make sure that I have the ephemera pieces tucked behind him. I want them all to meet behind him so that way this looks like one big image, and I love how this looks. So once I have the bird attached, then I can go ahead and trim off all of the excess that's hanging off the sides to clean everything up. We have a nice crisp edge, and then this will get attached onto my card base. Now I did use foam tape for this, but you could have just attached it down straight onto the card for a little less bulk. So now I have this beautiful scene. I need to add a greeting. So I pulled out that etched greeting stamp set once again. This time I'm using this really pretty script thank you. I'm going to heat emboss that again with the cream embossing powder, so that looks really nice on top of our black cardstock. So now I have the coordinating dies for that stamp set, and I'm going to cut out the word thank you, and that's going to get popped up along the left corner of my card. I love how pretty this looks. It grounds everything really nicely, and the only thing I had left to do was to add a bit of sparkle with some sequins. Again, I'm using that same sequin mix I used earlier, but anything with pinks and greens would look so beautiful here. So now this card is complete, and we have one more left to make. I loved making that shaker card earlier, so we had to do another one. I'm pulling out that same lilac sparkle sequin mix, and we're going to make the same edge-to-edge shaker we did earlier, but this time with a different piece of paper. So again, we're going to cover the edges with some tape. This is Simon's Stamp Terrific tape, and I'm just going to go around all 4 sides to go ahead and complete the coverage. Then I'll lay this into the plastic and start folding the edges of the plastic into that exposed adhesive. Again, making sure you only remove the adhesive covering on 3 sides only. Leave that last release paper on the final edge, so that way we can still fill this with some sequins. So I'm going to take the Lilac Sparkle Mix and dump a few of those in here, but then I finished it off with a few clear gems. I thought these would be fun and different, a little bit more dimensional than some sequins, and it would add a little bit of clear sparkle in here too. So I filled up my shaker, and now I'll remove the release paper on that last edge, and that is going to close this up and trap all the sequins inside. So now that our shaker is filled, all we need to do is add a greeting on top. So I'm pulling out the etched greeting stamp set once more, and we're going to stamp this love and hug sentiment on top of some green cardstock. I'll prep the surface with my powder tool and then use my embossing ink to stamp the greeting. And then once we have this stamped, all we need to do is take our cream embossing powder and sprinkle that over top. Now you could use a metallic embossing powder if you'd like, but I really liked how the cream embossing powder was nice and soft and didn't compete with any metallics that I might have included on some of my cards. Using the coordinating dies, I'm going to cut this greeting out as well. The coordinating dies are so helpful to have because then you don't have to fussy cut the sentiment, which is really nice. I'm using a piece of that matte gold cardstock to create a strip. This is going to ground my sentiment and this leaf ephemera piece that I'm adding on top. So I've picked out the placement of both of these pieces, and I'm going to add just a little bit of tape to the back side to hold everything together and also adhere it all straight down onto my card. So I'll lay this down along the bottom of my card, and using the sentiment as a guide for where I want the final placement, I'll go ahead and place this, and I'll trim off any excess that's hanging off the sides to clean everything up. These, by the way, are Simon Says Stamp Everyday Scissors, and they are so good for working with adhesive. I never have the adhesive gum up the scissors, which is so nice. My sentiment I did attach with a little bit of foam tape just for some dimension, and that little piece of green leaf that I had trimmed off the side, that worked perfect for adding a little bit more greenery down underneath the greeting. I also added a cute little butterfly. These are one of the ephemera pieces from the Tim Holtz pack, and that looks perfect floating up across the top of the leaf. And there it is, the final card of my assortment of projects that I made with the June 2023 card kit from Simon Says Stamp. This kit is so much fun to make with. I have made 10 cards in total now, 9 of which are on my blog, and one of them you can actually find over on Simon Says Stamp's Instagram as a reel. So I hope you were inspired by everything that I've shared here. I have had so much fun making with this kit, and I hope that you've enjoyed watching. Thanks so much for tuning in today. I'll be back soon with more to share with you all, but until then, I hope you have a wonderful day.